everyone. Hey. Sorry, I had to push this back a little bit today. Um, Actually, I was going to stream last night, but then I got pushed back, and I saw in the chat there, Kara kind of was filling you in a little bit. We had an issue here. We had this overhanging lamp, and wait a minute, let me mute myself. Okay. Oh shit. Why isn't it muting? Okay, there we go. So, okay, yeah, go ahead. You're fine. So, and the one of the overhanging lights in the garage, it's a fluorescent light, and all of a sudden, like I'm out there, and we just hear the sizzling, and it gets louder and louder, and this all this black smoke comes out of it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's on fire. So thankfully, like we were out there, and we just unplugged shit and whatever, and nothing came of it. But like everything, the whole yard smelled until like this morning. It was bad. Like it just kept coming out. I don't know what the hell it was, but so stream got pushed back a little bit last night because by the time that was over, I was dead ass tired. And then yeah, so here we are. Now I know I titled I'm sorry I lost, and this my position on that still stands. Have not been brought completely up to date on much of the ongoings as of yesterday regarding Dom or whatever. I did watch all the news reports though, and here's what I'm gonna say, because I guess Roadhog or whatever put his 2 cents in. I'm kind of curious when we all started taking Roadhog's word for shit as a source. I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of where I stand with that, because it's just where I stand with that when it comes to him. And I have nothing against them. I don't dislike them. It's not even like that. I mean, hell, I sometimes watch their shit, but just from I can't forget the past, and I suddenly think there's the future is different. That's all I'm saying. But and like I said yesterday in my tweet, there's no love lost between Dom and I. I don't really care for him. I don't just care really. The dude just lost his mom, and then his pets die in a house fire. I don't know. Upon Welsh Rose's fucking tweets there, I was reminded of when Becky said that I had a punchable face. Just the phrase punchable face kind of came into my head. So yeah, that's where I stand on this. I don't if the investigation comes to prove some other shit or whatever, then I'll, whatever. That bridge will be here to cross when it comes. But that's whose word I'm gonna take on shit is the people investigating the house fire. And yeah. Because I mean, I look at it this way. I've sat here for like what, the better half of 10 months or so, bitching and complaining about how people just keep coming for Molly and fucking all this shit. And then when her mom passed away, and the day she's burying her mother is when her channel gets taken away because of mass reporting and shit. Like I've been sitting here being very vocal, speaking out against that shit. I'd be kind of a hypocrite now if I suddenly supported that shit being done to Dom. And that's the point. I don't, no matter how bad Dom may be to some people or in their eyes, or no matter how bad some of the shit is he may or may not have done, he's still a human who lost his fucking mother and his kid and his cats and dogs and shit, You can't overlook that. So I understand people won't agree with me, and that's whatever. You're all more than welcome to disagree with you. If there's anything I think I've shown over the past few years is that I can handle people disagreeing with me. That's expected. Okay, Misty, I get what you're saying. I have a big problem with animals left alone. That's just me. Let me say, okay. So years ago, I don't want to give too much personal information out, but years ago, one of my siblings, will say, had a dog, a very beautiful white fluffy dog. And my parents, I mean, this is back in my early, maybe mid 20s. My parents had what was referred to by my friends after a Christmas party as little ugly dog. Ralphie was the dog's name. So yeah, during the Christmas party, I was house sitting, or I was babysitting my sibling's dog, the pretty dog, and then little ugly dog, and that's why they nicknamed the dogs the way they nicknamed Ralphie. Would see whenever my dad would go to the Humane Society and adopt a pet, he would purposely pick out the ugliest dog there, thinking no one else would adopt it, and he would then bring the dog home. So we typically had what most people would refer to as ugly dogs growing up, but they're so ugly they're cute. You know what I mean? So anyway, my whole point in this though is these two dogs were a big part in my whole family. because my sibling and my father started this thing between the two of them, this ongoing joke where like the dogs were speaking, and Ralphie was just kind of like bitter towards the other dog because the other dog was so pretty. But like, Ralphie would like insist that, Ralphie wasn't like that, And then the pretty dog would just be like, I can't help it if you're ugly kind of thing. So my dad and my sibling would handwrite snail mail letters to each other for this went on for the longest time about as though they're speaking on behalf of the dogs. So it was this like fake conversation between my sibling's dog and my parents' dog going on for quite a while. And it was hilarious. Like I still have the letters. I forgot all about it until after my dad passed away and I found him. But anyway, my sibling's dog was very much a part of my parents' family, my family. And then one day my sibling and my sibling spouse and their child left the house for the day to go to work and school respectively. And then they get a phone call that their house is on fire. And the pretty dog sadly perished in that house fire. So I hear that he lost his pets like this or whatever. And I saw what he said, how he left town for like 2 days to get a place in the Ozarks, and he was going to then come home and pack up everything and move. I don't know if he said he had a neighbor enlisted or whatever to check in on things. I don't know if that, then for all I know, the neighbor was checking in on the dogs. But I mean, even if you leave a dog alone for 2 days, if you crate train or whatever, there's ways to do it. And the cats, everyone leaves cats alone. I don't even care about that. So I can't fault someone for leaving an animal alone and then there being a house fire. I can't, because I know the devastation that my sibling and my sibling's family felt. And they didn't do anything wrong. They just left and went to work. But still, you feel like shit. And so I don't know. I have some compassion here, I guess. I don't know. Um, we still very much miss that pretty dog too. I gotta say, the dog's name was Shamrock. It was the best name for a dog. I just have to say that. Anyway, see, I think it's one of the news articles. I think I read that or I heard that from, because I didn't get any. Besides like reading a post or whatever by Dom, I got all my information from the news sources. There was like 4 different ones I think that wrote on it. Only one of them had an update though. And the update was 3 days old, whereas the original story was 4 days old. So really, how much of an update was it? Um, but whatever. Anyways, that's where I stand. Okay. And I'm not saying anyone's got to like fucking reach out with outpourings of support or fucking start GoFundMe's or whatever. No, of course not. I don't. I'm just saying that when I read Welsh Rose's tweets, I understood for a brief moment how someone could think someone has a punchable face, I guess is what I could say. Um, and yeah, there's no love lost between myself and Welsh Rose. I mean, she's been, I don't know, weirdly obsessed with me for like the longest time. Um, seriously, go check out her channel if you don't believe me. It's kind of weird. Um, so yeah, I mean, actually, I even had someone in my DMs yesterday asking me, "What the hell did you do to Welsh Rose to piss her off so badly 10 months ago?" And I don't fucking know. Like, I never even talk about her. Like when I know of one video throughout this time that she made of me, and I didn't even fucking discuss it. I commented on it, but that was it. I didn't even know about the rest until yesterday. But yeah. So I mean, there's no love lost or anything there, but that has nothing to do with it. Like I think my issue there mostly though, it might be a little bit my bias because of Welsh Rose, because from what I recall, she has kind of spouted herself as some sort of maybe advocate. I don't know if she's quite used the word advocate, but someone who speaks up on behalf of people with mental illness and this and that. Well, I'm pretty sure Dom has a few issues going on, because I think he referred to his pets as support animals, which I'm just going to call it right there. Isn't every fucking pet in the world a support animal? Right? That's what I feel like. But yeah, sure that there are some that are actually like legally designated as such or whatever. I get that. So whatever. But I'm just saying that that kind of points out that there might be some shit going on there too, right? And then here's this mental health self-proclaimed active advocate just cutting him up left and right and like blaming him for shit, using this shit to like come at him. Like that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's a really shit thing to do. Like even Katie, with as fucked up as she can be sometimes, like If her mom passed away and her dogs died in a house fire, I wouldn't come after her for that. Oh my god, I could never. I could never. I come after her for other shit though. But anyway, yeah, and it's funny too. Like Kara said it earlier in the comments. Like it, this whole discussion going on yesterday, and then my garage. I felt like my garage almost burnt down. It's like fuck. But anyways, that's all I really have to say on that. And I noticed that Julie, I think the most incredible thing to come out of this is Julie Virgo and I were actually on the same side for once. Like it was kind of weird. I'll say, but it was a weird I possibly could get used to. I don't know. I don't think I will, but I think I could. Um, but yeah, it was cool to see, I guess. Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you. I did lose my home to a house fire, lost my fish. I still feel bad about it. It's 2005, so yeah, I get it. However, I'm a question why they were left behind. Right. See, here's what I figure as far as why they were left behind. I don't know what his financial situation is like. He says I get the impression that he's claiming that it's not bad, but I don't know if I believe that. Um, I don't know though. But I figure too, like it's hard to go someplace and look for a place to live with a whole bunch of animals there. You know, I get why he left for a day or two to find a new place to live, and then he was going to come back and pack everything up and leave and let the bank just take the house back and shit. Because it was his mom's house. And was it she passed away just like a month ago or something? So I mean, I get it. Like he didn't plan on this. This was all just like I don't know. I get it. I do think a boarding place or something would have been more ideal, or an actual like pet sitter. But I can understand feeling like you don't have a choice for a day or two, and that they'll be fine. And 99.9% of the cases they are more than fine. I don't know. It's just yeah. I think it's a tragedy, and I don't think it's one that he should be made to pay for. I mean, I imagine he feels enough guilt as it is, just because he loved the fucking animals, right? So I don't know. I don't want to be the one to add to that right now. Um, but anyways, that's where I stand on all that. And I have a feeling that I might have created more of a buildup or something to it, just because of how I had to keep postponing the stream, but I didn't mean to. I didn't really plan to go into it all that much. This is about the extent of it. Yeah, you're gonna hear a drill in the background. I'm getting my toenails done. My friend Jen's here. She weighs high. So she's been wanting to try out doing a pedicure. I'm like, okay. um. So yeah. All right. Now I do want to cover some other things here. I know like some shit's been going on with Katie here. I've been getting a lot of shit in my messenger, but I haven't really quite caught up on all of that. So I don't really know if I can talk about that right now. It's not with much insight or really anything. Wait, let me scroll up here. What is this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this fucking adopted girl or whatever she's talking about. I don't know. Um, and the whole Britney Spears thing. What? it's. I'm just scrolling through my messages, man. I don't know. Huh? Oh no, yeah, no, it's not her adopted girl. Thankfully, she's imagine if Katie adopted a kid. Yeah, it's someone in the news or something. I don't know. Yeah, then there's Kevin Federline. She was talking about. I heard the website's down though. That's interesting. You're fine. Oh yeah, and then all the Donald Trump posts or whatever. I'm not getting into politics here. Fuck that. I think I talked about enough controversial shit already this stream. I'm not going to bring politics into it today. So I'm going to move on to some nonsense, some fucking nonsense. Now, I don't want to out the person who's been hooking me up here, but there's someone in my DMs who's been sending me all kinds of shit, and I gotta say, fucking thank you. Oh my god, like I haven't even gone through all of it yet, but I'm going to go through the parts that did go through. Um, I don't want to out the person though, in case they don't want to be outed. But you might be in chat. That's all I'm gonna say. You can just by all means speak up and say, "You, it's okay. You can out me, or it's me, or whatever," and so be it. But otherwise, I'm not gonna say anything. So, yeah. See, thank you, Heather. Heather McDonald, I think, just worded it perfectly. I am not fond of either Dom or Welsh. However, I could never go after someone after a loss like that. Never. Yep. You said that in a lot less words than I did. Are you serious, Kara? Are they really? There's really that fucking speculation. The speculation on him committing the damn arson for insurance money is too damn. Oh my god, really? Why would he leave his animals in there then? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't did that's yeah. No, I don't buy that. Not for a second. First of all, like, I think I've learned my lesson anyway by when it comes to rumors and shit here on social media platforms to not believe them because I think of all the shit that was been said about me. So yeah, got 6 spare hours, Aaron. Not today, I don't. Okay, so let me get over here. Let me pull up. Oh, what is this shit? What is this? Wait a minute. Let me. I don't know who this is. Wait, where did you? Oh, okay, it's the cousin. All right. Come on. All right, let me open up my messages. I can see it better. So I'm going to scroll up here to the beginning, and there's a couple of Nonsense has been talking a lot lately about how she wasn't involved with Unirock, she wasn't working with Unirock or whatever. They weren't friends. She didn't really talk to him until like a couple months ago or some shit. Well, I mean, we all know that that's bullshit. I mean, yeah, but apparently, I don't know. People have like amnesia or something, and just they need to be reminded of the bullshit. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do here. I just gotta find the link to the stream. Oh, wait, it'll be my YouTube history. So there's one stream in particular that he did where, go figure, Nonsense and Katie were there together. Yeah, it's quite comical. Um, Jesus Christ, how much shit did I watch? Oh, there we go. Okay. Apparently, when I fall asleep listening to YouTube, I have autoplay on and it just keeps playing shit. And so now I have like all these videos in my history that I didn't actually watch. So let me share screen here. You're fine. Yeah, no, you're fine. Okay, so this stream here is from 10 months ago, from August 10th, okay, on his Rockalot channel. And it's titled Molly Golightly claims you all got your refunds. Did you? I, Leslie Bass LB, lies on me. Oh no, that's a separation bar, not an I. Okay. I don't know, whatever. So now I do have some timestamps, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the comment search here and we're gonna do Nonsense. So we have, oh no, I just want to do live chat. So chat replay. So we have 57. So here's Nonsense from 10 months ago in Unirock's chat. This is where her contribution to the live chat. Hey, y'all, hope y'all are having I mean, that's too many y'alls right there. Like, can we just limit it to like one per comment, maybe? Like, I don't care where you're from. Like, one's enough. Hope y'all are having a great night. Hey, mods. Thanks, y'all. You guys rock. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. That's weird. Actually, I'm a female, but not Katie. I'm gonna leave that one. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. The look on her face was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm definitely. Oh no, you say it's right. Yeah, at this time she was kind of hiding behind a cloak of anonymity. She was using a voice changer and shit on her videos and stuff. So like, people couldn't like pinpoint her voice, even though no one knew who the fuck she was, and no one would have guessed it anyway. But yeah, so that's why she was saying, clarifying what gender she was and everything. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I just got how that sounded. She's saying she's female, but Katie's not. Oh my god, I didn't even hear it like that. That's funny. That's some funny shit. It's funny. Okay. All right. Um, I'm definitely not KJ. They can call me whatever, just not a liar. Well, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar. Um, it's old for I don't know what that is. Oh, for sure. If any of you mods of uni are on Facebook, hit me up. I'll voice chat with you gladly. Really? Huh. That was way back in August. I wonder how many voice chats nonsense participated in. Gladly. Navy text. I'll gladly join when I figure it out. I'm guessing that's Discord. It's all within an app, just a built-in voice changer. LOL. Yeah, it was a shitty one too with that. Um, well, it was. It wasn't a very good one. You could tell it was. You want to use a voice changer where it doesn't sound like you're using a voice changer. You could totally tell it was a voice changer. So it was a shitty one. It's probably one of those free ones or something. Huh? Yeah. She called me petty. Let's see. KJ, please. I'm trying to be you tonight. LOL. Okay. Summer, nope, no admins, not a single one. And I'm female, but thanks for clarifying for me. Nerdily, hey. Your mods are amazing, by the way. Okay, y'all, I'm out for the night. Maybe I'll be back. Have an excellent evening, everyone. Stay safe out there. Okay, so this is the one with Katie in it, right? It might not be. I might have the wrong stream. But either way, she was in his chat fucking 10 months ago. Either way, I was going to show this one. So. Oh, no, I think she's in this. This is the one. All right, so, I'm on chat replay. Okay, good. So, Crystal, the word crystal is in there 106 times. Now, for granted, they're not all going to be Katie because people are going to be like, hey, Crystal, or whatever. Hey, without a crystal ball. Okay. But here she is. She says, hello. Katie says, hello, I'm here. I'm putting out receipts on my Facebook, but these people don't get it. Now, mind you, Katie and Nonsense had been sharing each other's shit for about a month and a half up to this point. So they were already, well aware of each other and probably, quite aware of each other. Oh, look at that. Without a crystal ball, donated to Unirock, $20. Simp fund. I love that she called it that, though. Even she called him a simp. Okay. Okay. I just posted new receipts on Facebook, but these people won't listen. It's like QAnon part 2. Like, how the fuck is this like QAnon? What are you talking about? Oh my God. Not everything is QAnon. Not everything that you disagree with is QAnon. I can drop them. I put them in current live stream room. What? Oh. Is that? Oh, cool. Is that glitter? Oh, yeah, I like the. Yeah. Awesome. Couldn't find the Dre room. So I love how Katie there is probably quite likely outing Unirock for having it with the live stream room. I guess isn't really that big of a deal, but having a Dre room. It's funny. What other rooms has Unirock had in his Discord? Wrong link. They are in. Start with the bottom one. Dre has an open DCS in custody case. She won't talk. Why is that? Why did she have these open cases there, Katie? And Nonsense for that matter. Could it be that Katie was the one having everyone call CBS? Could that be? Could it be that nonsense on her original page was the one saying that the kids need to be taken away from train, that they don't look healthy and shit? Could that be why? Now, I'm not, for all I know, they could have been right. I don't even care. It's not my, whatever. It's not my concern. But I love how Molly and everyone else is blamed for what they fucking did. People forget that they did that. In fact, there was one, I think it was, I think it was one of my live streams. I had someone in the chat and I mentioned this and they didn't, they came back and replied with such shock. They're like, what nonsense did this? What? I didn't know nonsense and Katie said at first. Like, people don't even know this. This is crazy. When, I don't know. Okay. I'm moving on. I go, I go years back with this crew. This crew. I like how she called this a crew though. Yeah, and Dre had concerns for her safety too. They told everyone today, I'm going to prison. Who the, what? I'm gonna pull that up. I want to hear that in a second. They also didn't want to hurt donations. Well, yeah, why would they want to hurt donations that were going to help Letitia? Why would people want to hurt that? He also said he was going to take Vaughn home to care for him. You know, I have no doubt that both of these parents said that, but they had to have known that there's no way that that was going to happen. They're not equipped. Like, Dre's not equipped. No one's equipped really to, unless you're a fucking medical facility. Navy text on it. Letitia was also asking for money to hire an attorney to fight potential fraud. My God, that's not what was said. I know exactly what she's referring to. Some DMs. That's not what was said. Yes. Okay. She was the third lawyer she was talking about. Okay, first she said she needed to hire a lawyer to help facilitate her to see her son, and then she was considering taking over like power of attorney or seeing the possibility of that. Then the third attorney she mentioned, she was talking about suing the police department, not suing because of police or investigating whatever. She wanted to go after the police department, not the police department coming after her. Molly is under investigation from harassment and threats against Ray. No, she's not. She was never under investigation. That's a lie right there. She also gave out Dre's mom's address on live and told me to go there. Oh, well, I don't recall her doing that. I recall her saying something to one of her viewers who lives in the same city as Dre. I believe she said something like, if you're over near around such and such street or whatever, let me know. Granted, that's shit. It's close enough to an address. I agree, but it's not what Katie's recalling here. But I do recall though Katie broadcasting images of the property and the website which she got it from, and the actual footage, images of the shed where the dude was found. Like they all came from Katie's fucking shit stream and whatever. Molly didn't get that. Well, Molly got it from Katie rather. Drake called police. There's an open investigation. Yeah. No, there's so much. Dre and her ex-husband also reported these people to the FBI. Okay. I put out all these receipts. No, you didn't. DCS was called 10,000. Now it's 10,000 times. Wasn't it like something like 4,000 times or something? Now it's 10,000. Oh my God. This is like the donation amount. Like, it started off being like 4K. Then I think one of the last figures I heard was like over 100K. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the chick's got to have 1 million by the time the day's through. Wynette has no rights to Vaughn. Well, duh. Oh, okay. I want to see this email. Why does she ever show this email? I don't recall. I think I know. CPS was called 10,000 times. Trey reported Molly to police and the FBI for threats, doxing, harassment. That investigation is open per Yuma PD email I received. Police showed up at Molly's house live. Yeah, that last part is true, I think. I have an email. You haven't. She has an email, y'all. Katie has an email. Wasn't it an email too that like tipped her off to the whole like Swanson suing Toddy thing, but that was just like some crazy anonymous source or whatever. But no, that's right. The first time she told the story, she said she got a call from the courthouse over in fucking Sacramento or San Diego or whatever. Someone said, "Hey, you wouldn't believe what was just dropped off here in the middle of COVID, mind you. Like, this was what, like September, October 2020." Yeah. Katie with her emails. Oh, that's right. And then she changed the story to it was an email, but it's one of those disappearing emails. Email was received when a police report was requested for that call to police. They said they couldn't release due to an ongoing investigation. Police, she says police report was filed after Molly doxed her mom's address and sent someone to her house to take photos of their shed. What's that now, Katie? What? Yeah. I think Katie's talking about herself again. I believe I donated. Oh, now you donated $3,000 to Gabby Petito Foundation. Huh. I wonder if the foundation can confirm that. I mean, it's a nonprofit, right? I wonder if they can confirm that. I don't really want to bother the Gabby Petito Foundation though with the stupid petty shit, but I wonder. I don't remember. It's none of any of your business who I donate to. Then stop telling people. I donated to Gabby Petito Foundation. I posted those receipts when they were made. I don't remember the total 1 year later. I thought that wasn't one of them like suspected to be like bullshit. Like they were PayPal receipts. I remember, and I looked up if it was possible to doctor a PayPal receipt, and it's incredibly fucking easy. It's so like all you need to do really is pull up your PayPal and know how to right click on a mouse to basically do it. That's it. It's stupidly easy. She also says, "How dare you?" She also says, "Drop dead or just die. You're a low life." Another one of her favorites. I guess I'm thinking she's talking about Molly. Okay, well, I mean, you are a low life, though. I mean, she's not wrong there. I don't know. How dare you? Like, I think a lot of people probably say that to Katie. I don't know. All right, the drop dead just die one. That one shouldn't be said. Not even to Katie. Molly calls me Casey Anthony. I forgot about that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Claire. Look at that. You and Balls are mentioned here. Claire Bear is a fan. Why else run Balls? Oh, Claire Bear thinks you're without balls. There on Twitter. That's right. Wow, that's crazy. Forgot about that. Boy, Claire, you're mocking media, your balls. I mean, you're just weren't you also accused of being Bobby too at one point, I thought? Like you're like everyone. Why don't I get blamed for this shit? Like I'm starting to what the fuck? Am I not good enough to run all these anonymous accounts? Only Claire is? I mean, the fuck, Claire. Molly deleted the video of her doxing the mom. I don't know who that is. All right, I think I'm almost done going through these. I want to pull up that one though and see what the hell she said it before. Oh, I love this. Half the reason this case is a mess because people aren't reporting this right. Okay. They're saying things I don't want them to say. They're not reporting it right. Okay. Oh, who's this about? He violated probation from an aggravated assault. He cut a man with a box cutter. The man had to be hospitalized. I don't know who that's about. I don't know. All right, so where's the one I saw up here? Couldn't find the Dre room. Fucking birds. They're so loud. Huh. I don't remember which one it was now. Damn it. That exposed account is a troll. Wow. That's, out of all the pages on Facebook that were talking about this when it first came out in June, July there of 2022, the exposed page, and I think it was the ultimate deception page maybe, but the exposed page especially were the only ones who weren't like kissing Katie's ass. They were the only ones realizing that yeah, you're just as fucked up as the rest of them basically. And now here she is saying that account's a troll. That's a troll. Bless you. You can sneeze. It's okay. No, I totally forgot which one I was going to look at. Damn it. I don't remember at the top of my head. I would have to look at my taxes. what the fuck? I forget what it was. Okay. Well, whatever. So yeah, there's nonsense. Okay. Um, what else? I was shared a couple other things too. Let me pull them up. Oh, what's this here? Oh, okay. Fucking copy of timeline according to. Okay. Okay, so where's the link for up here? Raleigh claims your refunds. Okay, no, that's the stream I have pulled up right now. It's getting a little windy out here, so you might hear some shit. But... Oh, yeah, I got time to do this. All right. So a couple weeks ago, actually, I think it's about a month ago now, there was a live stream done um, by a channel I had never heard of before. No, wait. No, that's not the one I want to do. It's the crime one, crime and fashion or whatever. I want to commentate to part of that stream because I actually commentated once. I recorded it, but I haven't edited it or any of the shit. I needed some editing, so I'm just gonna do it now. So I know Veda went over it, but I hadn't had a chance to go over it yet. Yeah. So like I said, this stream was about a month old. Um, I think, yeah, it was like 3 weeks old when I first heard about it. I didn't even hear about it for 3 weeks, So I don't know, but this lady cracks me up. Like I was watching her live stream, Crimes and Fashion. That's the name of the channel. I was watching her live stream a little bit earlier today, and I shit you not, this is what she says. She's talking about Dolly from Dolly Vision, and she says something to Dolly, like something like you know what you are. You might need a dictionary for this. You should look up the word misogyny. And then she said, it'll be, and there your picture will be, and it'll be right next to the leprechaun from Lucky Charms or some shit like that. And then she just, and then she said something like it's because they're magically delicious. And I'm like, what? Did she just say that Dolly was magically delicious? Like that? I think that's what she said. I don't know. I think she might have the hots for Dolly. I don't know. Someone should warn him. I think maybe. I don't know. Um. Okay, so let me see here. Let me go back a few weeks. Was that open panel? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the only one that has a red bar on it. So that's the only one I watched. So mostly, I don't even really care to address too much of what she says, but it's this Boston dude who comes on. Like, who the fuck? All right, I'm gonna be nice. Let me check out chat though, real quick. Yeah, she totally made that website, Veda. I agree. Thank you, Greenworm. Thank you. It's about time someone started calling me, mocking media. I've only been saying I'm mocking media forever, but no one believes me. I don't know. Aren't Dolly and PJ like a thing? Are they a thing? I kind of thought I heard that somewhere. Maybe someone should warn PJ, like, this chick thinks Dolly's magically delicious. I mean, why say that? It's not even like, okay, think about this. Lucky Charms, LU, misogyny, my. They wouldn't even be anywhere near each other just because L and M are like kind of next to each other in the diction, or no, they are exactly next to each other in the alphabet. But LUMY, is it MY or MI? It's MI. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But either way, the even further apart with MI. Okay, so why is she putting these two together in her mind as though they're right next to each other in the dictionary? Unless she's thinking Dolly is magically delicious, right? I, I, I don't know. Nothing else makes sense. What? What'd you do? Oh. Do you need a hand? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good thing we're doing this outside then, because fuck it. Glitter. No, but it doesn't matter. Glitter gets everywhere. Okay. I'm just going through the comments here. I haven't looked in here yet. Did you get my DM? It was an idea or something. Case use. I think I did. See, I've been so busy and I've been trying to catch up on sleep past couple days, and I just, you know how it is. You're like, okay, I have to catch up on sleep. I have to sleep, and of course, you can't sleep then. So, oh my God, yes, I did read that. That is a really good idea. The other guy was AT2. That's who it was. Um, the only thing is though is that y- if I were to do that, I can't really like talk to the people involved because, well, one of them kind of hates me. So, and I'm not exactly fond of him, but the other two I don't care about. I mean, they're cool. One of them's my friend. The other three, but yeah, I think that's really good. I have that video too. I have both of those live streams. There were two of them, in fact, and I have them both. That's a really good idea. Thank you, Mandy. Ooh, that's so cool. Okay. Um. All right. Reddit is back up. Well, what do you mean? Was Reddit down? What Reddit? Like the whole website or the subreddit? What are you talking about, Shill? What are you talking about? Did you see all my DMs of stuff I found? No, I haven't had a chance to look. Like I mean, I have not had time. I just haven't. Like yesterday was my first day off, and I didn't even really sit down to concentrate at the computer until like it until it was like I was too fucking tired and I had to go to sleep. Yeah. Oh, Reddit was down this morning. Okay. Huh. Yeah, Steve. Thanks a lot. I messaged you earlier. I had a couple of questions for you, but never mind. Fuck you. I'm kidding. See, and I want to point something out here too. Steve and I think, are going to find ourselves on different sides of this whole Dom thing, but that's okay. Okay. We can disagree with each other and still be cool. We don't have to like be like, oh my God, you still support that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, see, I won't even make jokes either about how he's wrong. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if he's wrong. I don't care. I don't know who's wrong. I just know what I think. So, but we're cool. All right, so let me do. Boston was being a jerk about everything and everyone he was talking about. It made me mad. Okay, yeah, so let me start playing this shit. Open panel. Oh, yeah, I see now. I see you messaged me back. I don't see the message, but I see that you did. Little late there, dude. Little late. All right, so I'm going to just skip ahead into where Boston comes on the panel. Here, can one of the mods grab a link? I know, actually, you might not know. I'll put the link in the chat. I don't like asking the mods to do shit. I mean, if I gave them a heads up or something, what the stream was about, maybe. But so, crime, fashion, and There you go. Okay, so here's a link to the stream. The beginning of the stream. Oh, thank you, Shill. Thank you, though, for offering. Thank you. Um, the beginning of the stream as Steve comes on, and it's Steve and I guess they call her Lisa or whatever. They're just talking, and then Ellie L comes on. I don't know if it's L or Ellie, but the beginning of the stream though is you can tell like the purpose of the stream was to talk about Unirock. This was like right after, I believe it was right after the whole JLR, the cease and desist and lawsuit came out. So that's why, they were talking about Unirock and shit for the most part there. But then Boston comes up and Boston decides that he doesn't want to talk about Unirock. He wants to make it all about nonsense and Molly, Molly and Molly, and like, I don't know, like this Lisa chick's really got a thing for Molly too. I don't. All right, so I'm gonna. Yep,
Everybody's got to wait a minute. You said you have a lawyer. What do you need a fundraiser for? He still was managed to raise $6,000.
I just want to clear one thing up. True Crime Dime says he said lawyer, not in-house lawyer.
Yeah, failures.
He used both. He used.
Yeah. Her sound. Yeah, this Lisa chick. The sound quality is fucking atrocious. Like, yeah, it could be their voice too. I don't know, but it's definitely sound quality. Like you can tell. Like it's she. I think she's like using her phone as a microphone or something. I don't know, or earbuds or something. Like she doesn't have a good mic, which I mean, no one really does when they start out. I understand that, but hopefully she's aware of this now.
He used both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make sure I
trust me. We couldn't.
Oh, there's
yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see when he does a response. If he does a response,
let me check. You guys can hear this, right? And it's not all echoey and shit. It's her room acoustics. They are bad. Yeah, I can tell. That was my next thing, looking at the room and shit. I got to say, like, where I stream, I don't think it's too bad. Out here on the porch, I think just the wind or whatever fucks it up, or the train and the fire alarm. But the best acoustics I've used since I started streaming is in the garage. That's where I record, like, any of the stupid, like, singing shit I do. Like, oh, that reminds me, Mackie Media, I got 2 more for you. I did Hurt and Fire Starter or Trouble Starter, whatever. I just did the audio though. I didn't do a video. So I don't know if maybe you want to do something doing that. I don't know. But anyways, it's fine. Okay, thank you, Rhonda.
Usually has like 30 days to do a response of something of that nature.
Yeah. That's what Blade Justice
was
saying last night. Hey, Boston.
Hi, Boston.
Hey. Steve, I heard you saying something about receipts for the fundraiser.
For the t-shirt?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where are they?
Aaron has them.
EKC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all the money that was raised, she has the receipts for all that money going to the
Letitia. Yeah, from what I understand, Letitia sent her and Veda like all these.
See, I'm just gonna jump in here because I can't take the credit for that. That was all Veda. I did show them on my channel, but it was after Veda, she herself obtained them and and spoke about them and shared them, and then I did. So I though I'm thankful Steve mentioned my name there. I need to correct it and be sure Veda gets all the credit for that. But yeah. There's definitely a video on my channel. If he wanted to check it out, he could see this. I don't know where it is. Or no, I do. I know how to. It should only take a second to find, but I would recommend checking out Veda's channel though, because really, she does a better breakdown than I do. I think.
Oh, all the receipts for her. Yeah. I wasn't involved in any of that, so I really didn't ask for anything. I was completely on the wayside, just following along with anybody else. But I really didn't have vested interest. Matter of fact, if you go to my channel, only a few times even mentioned Letitia. I don't have anything to do with Molly Golightly. I've never talked to the woman. People are like, oh, Steve's on Molly Golightly's payroll. I'm like, I've never talked to the woman. I've talked to Justin a few times, but I've never talked to Molly Golightly.
Do you talk to Veda a lot?
Yeah, I talked to Veda. Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any receipts whatsoever.
Are you blind?
Ask them for it.
No, I know, but you said earlier that there were receipts. Did not coming at you, but you said there were receipts.
So when I understand Letitia sent Veda and Aaron the not the refunds, the actual itemized thing from her lawyer.
Oh yeah, the spreadsheet or something.
It's not a spreadsheet. It's
okay. Is that something else?
It's a statement that prints out.
Invoice.
The statement has all the itemized stuff and the cost for it. I mean, I have examples because I have obviously my cases.
Because there was a lot of money raised, and the only thing that I think I might have saw is a 2,500 retainer.
Somebody.
Okay, I wanna go over this real quick here. I think the GoFundMe's still up. I mean, I don't know if it's still collecting money or not, but I believe it's still like, you can access it anyway. So, Keisha Bias Marvon GoFundMe. Yep, here we go. Okay, got it. So I want to see what the total is in this. It's been a while since I looked. I don't think the total's changed though since like, long before this stream here with Boston's happened, but so okay, yep, there we go. We have $4,845 raised on the GoFundMe. The goal was 20,000. Oh my God, I'm looking at the comments here. Someone's saying this is a scam. She's collecting money and no lawyer and has made no effort to see her son at all. That was 9 months ago. Fucking, people are assholes. Okay, anyway, so almost $5,000. For the sake of argument, we'll go ahead and call it 5,000. So the itemized retainer fee or whatever, I invoice or whatever from the attorneys. I want to say there was like 25 or 2,800. So sure, yeah, there's a couple grand left after that, almost or about. Well, then there's the whole point and reason of why the whole like fundraising happened was so she could go get to states away, go across the country and see her son. And then there was talk about possibly hiring an attorney to get the ability to see her son because Dre was refusing, somehow able to refuse her access to her son. But then she got to see her son. So then there was no longer any further need to continue on with the attorney because the attorney did their job. They facilitated the visit. So, you figure at least $1,000, I'd say, maybe for travel and lodging and shit like that. Cause, and then you've got to figure into like, she probably missed work doing that. I mean, sure, you don't raise money for that, maybe, but I mean, I don't think anyone's going to care if she fucking spends $100 on a bill because of it. And hell, even Unirock himself said, I wouldn't blame her if she put a little pocket of money aside. I'd do the same thing. Well, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, that was close to, I'd say, probably right in between 4 and 5K, all that shit came to. So there's your fucking receipts. Your receipt is the fact that she did go to Arizona and see her son. The fact is that she was there. In fact, I think she went twice, but the first time she was denied and then the second time she wasn't. And then there's the invoice there. So there's your fucking receipts. I don't know what else you're talking about. I know it's a rhetorical question, but they want to figure in the whole Cash App thing. Well, that's not a fundraiser. Everyone has a fucking Cash App. Not everyone has a GoFundMe campaign. Everyone has PayPal. Everyone has Venmo. Not everyone has a fucking GoFundMe campaign. There's no promises, no goals, no plans or whatever assigned to our Cash Apps. And there's no if you have an expectation of such things while giving money to a Cash App, then I don't know why you do. And I don't know. I don't want to sound so dismissive, but that's not her problem. I mean, I don't know. Just saying. But that's what they want to talk about. I've heard figures of 4,000, 12,000, all the way up to over $100,000 made from that. And then there's the receipts. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to let him tell the story.
Can somebody just give me a really quick,
Lisa's lost.
101 on the whole, what we're talking about here?
Yeah, there was a lot of money raised for a lawyer.
For Letitia to go see her son because there was
with the Dre McCrae.
With the Dre McCrae.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Molly was supposedly raising money for.
Right.
Correct.
Mhm.
That's where Molly comes
And
in.
people now want an accounting of where the money went.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
But I've heard that Nonsense had these same receipts, right? Are these the same receipts? And that she couldn't prove anything from them, but Uni tried to.
Yeah, honestly, I have absolutely no idea one way or
Well,
another.
that's just what
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's where I come from. I'm just saying that to you
All,
guys.
all,
I
all,
looked at the
all I
chat
cared about
before.
was if I was a mother and I want to see my child, and I get it right. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm a
I
child.
get it. Oh, no, I
That's
get
was
it.
my
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
and the
Of
fact that Marvan's a
course.
vet and I'm a vet. That's really my extent was that this was happened to a vet, and so vets stick together, obviously. And so
Well,
I
she
wanted
didn't raise that child, right?
Well, yeah, no, it's a biological mother, but look, a mother's a mother. I mean, biological or not. So I think she had.
Fuck you. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, as people know, Letitia's grandmother ended up taking over custody for Marvan when he was a small child. She had some legal problems. She had her second kid at 16 years old. Okay. Um, which was Marvan. And I believe, didn't she live next door to her grandmother too, or something? So it's not like she wasn't a part of her son's life or some shit. And then, when Marvan was a teenager, he moved back in with his mother. So for him to sit there and say, "Yeah, but he didn't raise the child," fuck you. Like she doesn't get. She's not entitled to have a visit with her son as he lie dying in a coma because she didn't raise him. But Steve, I gotta give you credit. Like, you answered that beautifully. You really did. So good job.
Every right to see your child. I mean, that's just goes without saying to me. I mean, if people want to disagree with that, that's fine. But that's subjective.
Yeah, because it was Marvan's wishes, really. Kind of, I mean, if you
We can't ask his wishes, though. That's the problem. We have no idea what his wishes are. He's still in the coma.
Right.
Before that, there was.
See, okay, before that. Okay, well then let's look at before that. Before he ended up in the coma, he was mending their relationship. He was planning a trip to go to Georgia and visit them for like weeks, to spend weeks with them. He was happy and excited about this, and so was his family. So if you want to go, well, just before that, okay, then let's do that. Then do that. Fucking do that. But more importantly, Steve makes a great point. We can't ask him his wishes. And here's what I don't get. Like, why would Dre want it? Like, the dude's never going to wake up. We know that. But if you're worried about whether or not you're making the right or wrong decision by allowing his family there, and if you're doing right by your man, then you have to look at it as, how would he feel if he were to wake up? So if for any point in time she thinks that he'd be okay with people attacking his mother online, trying to file bullshit reports with Savannah PD, but actually they're just online complaint forms, but trying to get her arrested, spreading all of her criminal past, which was basically she wrote one bad check as a teenager, spreading all of her financial information, the fact that she had a car repossessed from her a few years ago. And then doing the same shit to his father. If you think for 1 second Marvan was going to be like, wake up from that and be like, "Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you so much for that," you're fucking shot. You're not thinking on Marvan's behalf. You're not.
He's in a coma, Lisa.
But here's the worst
Yeah.
part. I don't understand why it was all tragedy pimped anyways. This is a very sad story. And like I said, I didn't do anything on my channel about it because I don't like talking about those stories. I think it's kind of egregious when people make video after video profiting from this. And no matter if you agree with the fundraiser or the t-shirt or anything like that, Union Rock profited from this. And I mean greatly.
And Molly did also.
And probably did too. Probably.
Oh my God, so much.
I don't watch her.
I don't think anybody should ever come to this platform to try and grift money or raise money, call it whatever you want. I don't think this is what this is supposed to be for.
Oh, I see. I have no problem people raising money. Like I said, I raise money for 6 kids from Legacy Bass, so they get.
Okay, I'm going to jump in here.
Right? We help raise money to get.
I don't know when exactly Steve says it, but Steve makes a comment where he thinks it's possible I exploited this or whatever. Let me explain something to people right now. Steve can think that. Okay, I know Steve knows me. I know Steve would be the first one to say I have no doubt that was not Aaron's intent. However, it could maybe look like I did that, even if it wasn't my intent. Steve can say that, but Steve, that's not what Steve was saying. He talked to me about it in DMs after the fact, and there was never an issue to begin with. There really wasn't. You can be friends with someone and have an opinion on something they did and disagree with something they did. You can do that. That's okay. He didn't say anything that wasn't disparaging of me or whatever. But like I said, though, I know he knows me. I trust enough to know that he knows me and that he would know that's not her intent, but whatever. Now I want to address what Lisa here was saying. Yeah, sure. If you're going to go anywhere, I don't like to share GoFundMe's, and I generally don't. I shared Steve's legal GoFundMe a while back, and the only other thing I shared as far as like fundraising goes or whatever, is um moderate extremists. I made him make the Amazon wish list. Okay, the dude was going in for surgery. He had no family, had nothing going on, and he's an awesome guy. So I didn't want to see him. I didn't want. I wanted him to see that people cared. So, and I did. I pushed the Amazon wish list because I figured everyone would be, cool with that rather than just handing them cash, and they were. I think everything on his list was purchased. So I mean, that was awesome. That was so amazing. Other than that, oh, Kira, her text technology, because she can't really see that well. She has a degenerative disease which has been taking her eyesight away, so she needs help or aid technology wise to use the internet. Something was broken, so I suggested if people could help her out to do so, consider it, and they did. That's it. These are the only things I push. Other than that, I don't trust GoFundMe's. I really don't. I think that a lot of people are on there to scam money and whatever, and Cash Apps, whatever. But I mean, beyond that, because it seems like what people have an issue with is people talking about these things on YouTube and then making money from doing that. Well, I mean, I'm sure then you guys, everyone who thinks that, surely you guys never watch cable. You held, your own like protest against cable TV too, right? I mean, this is stupid. Who's going to go online and publicly talk about things that nobody wants to fucking hear about? Why would you do that? You're going to talk about things that you're interested in, that you want to talk about, that people want to hear about. And those are the things that are going to bring in viewers. And that's what's going to bring in AdSense. If you can make money doing that, great. Because bottom line is it's getting these thoughts and ideas out there. It's just getting people accustomed or exposed to certain behaviors or thoughts or ideas or just things that actually exist in the world, rather than, I don't know, just becoming acquainted with humans, I guess, really. What's so wrong with that? What's wrong with making money off of that? I mean, if you can. I mean, don't lie, don't tell bullshit or whatever to make money, Katie Joy. But beyond that, I don't fault her for making money. If she can make AdSense talking about the Duggars like she has, great. I fully support that. But yeah, this whole tragedy pimp thing, I think, is a little ridiculous. But what I find really funny is that a lot of the people who cry and call other people tragedy pimps are making all kinds of money talking about the tragedy pimps being tragedy pimps. So wouldn't that be tragedy pimping, like secondhand rate, right? That'd be like, I don't know. It's all connected.
It's made a bet. I have no problem raising money as long as under true pretense. If there's a false pretense, then absolutely, that's called grifting. And
they exploited the whole Jay McRae thing.
I think they do. No, look,
another person's gospel truth.
I absolutely think they exploited it. I think Molly Golightly and Union Rock both exploited it.
Oh,
I mean, even to some degree, even AKC a little bit. But I mean, I love AKC. She's my dearest friend. But I can't talk about that stuff on my channel. It's just something that I really have no interest in. But they were talking about it, and I understand why AKC and Beta talk about it. I do.
Even if he meant that exactly how it sounded, that's still probably the most polite criticism I think I would have ever received. I got no problem with that. And maybe I did exploit it. Maybe I did. I don't know. It wasn't my intent to, but maybe I did. I would think, though, it might be very well possible that I could have exploited it to maybe use to come at nonsense and highlight what a fucking liar she is or something. But yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, there needs to be pushback. I'm not that person to talk about those things on my channel because I don't.
You don't
like
there.
I don't want getting money off somebody suffering. It's just not my style. I mean, if you want to watch videos on calculus, come to my channel. But this real TV stuff, I despise it. I don't watch any of the real TV stuff, and yet all these people were talking about Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant and Live After Lockup, and I'm like, I've never watched a single episode. The only dealings I had with anybody was with a show called Chrisley Knows Best with Todd Chrisley, because Todd Chrisley was suing Katie Joy Paulson. So there's
I heard about that too.
So there was a vested thing with that.
I did one video on that because I can't stand that fucking Chrisley guy.
He got 12 years.
They're disgusting. Good. I hope he does every second of it. They're absolutely gross.
Right.
Oh,
When you raise thousands of dollars on a platform,
Here we go.
especially like this, you got to show receipts.
I agree. No, absolutely. No, I'm all for receipts. And this is what happened. Like Unirog.
I'm sorry. Where was their thousands of dollars raised on YouTube? They shared a Cash App and GoFundMe link. The money was actually raised on GoFundMe, and then sure, she brought in some money on Cash App, but there was no money raised on YouTube. Like, all right, I'm gonna let him continue.
Wanted receipts what he wasn't entitled to. And so for the longest time, I was like myself on my lawsuit. I'm like, look, if you don't end my lawsuit, you come to me, I will show you anything you want. And people have seen my bank accounts, they've seen my financial records, they've seen everything. And that's where they've stuck around. Like, oh yeah, Steve was telling the truth. But I told Uni and his flock, you ain't entitled to anything. Who are you? You're nobodies to me. If you donated, I will absolutely show receipts because I think you should. Eventually, though, I put all the receipts on the GoFundMe. They're all there. But they kept trying to flag my GoFundMe as fraudulent. And so every single time I had to.
Who's they?
Like
Uni fam? Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I have all these emails from GoFundMe saying, oh, this it's been reported. And I'm like, well, here's the last case number. Here's the evidence. I'm like, okay. And everyone.
They gave you receipts that it was them?
Oh, I know it was them. They
They outed themselves. They were proud of it. Like, dude, I shared the GoFundMe on my. I think I pinned pinned it to the top of my Twitter too, and they had a shit fit over that. Like the whole Unifam for months, they kept coming at me. Like, yeah, they fucking outed themselves.
Said, yeah, Unirock was even saying this is a fraudulent GoFundMe, go report it.
Yeah, he's just a scammer. He's a scammer that tries to bust fraudbusters.
Yeah, but here's the thing: my GoFundMe is still up. If it was fraudulent, why is the GoFundMe?
No, I'm not
still
saying
there?
yours is fraudulent. I'm saying
no, I know, but
that's what it is.
Yeah. If it was fraudulent, GoFundMe would say this is fraudulent.
Of course, yeah.
But I've had 6, 7, 8 times where I've had to message them and show all the receipts. They're on there now. They're permanent on there now, so people can go see themselves. But
in regards to Molly and that whole situation with the GoFundMe for Letitia and whatnot, the easiest thing they could have done is show the receipts to shut everybody up. They didn't do that.
Well, why would they?
That's suspect.
But what?
So in the middle of all this shit going on, okay, well, she's still like considering the legal action and still, everything's still up in the air. She's supposed to then make public this receipt of her obtaining this attorney, very possibly like give the impression that she's going to come after Dre when things were like finally like on an agreement level. To appease you, she was supposed to do this. Fuck you. Like, I mean, and Veda brings up a very good point, and she says this often, and it never dawned on me. When Katie and Molly first came in on this story, it was July 6th, I think it was. Well, it took 11 days from then for Katie and Nonsense everyone to determine that Letitia was a scammer. This whole thing was a scam. It was all bullshit, yada, yada. 11 days. 11 days. She wasn't given a chance to do anything, to show anything, to live up to anything, because everyone already made up their mind. Because Katie pushed that narrative, because Katie couldn't believe that the family was like, dude, why do you keep telling people we're talking and telling them everything we tell you? We don't want that. We don't want to talk to you now. And she couldn't handle that.
No, it's not, because Unirock again wants people to jump.
It wasn't just Uni. It was a lot of people.
I feel like
here's what I'm going to say. There's a comment in the chat, and I'm going to the very little bit I know about this, but this much I share this sentiment. Marvin is going to forever need medical care. No one did anything to help him. Marvin is the only one in need.
I agree.
There was one other one that I very much agree with.
The story should have been about Marvin. Yeah, absolutely.
And I believe every single person who had their fingers in that pie, all made money off of exploiting that situation that was none of their fucking business. And
I love that. So the situation that Dre was going live on her Facebook about day after day after day, in fact, didn't even bother to call his family and let them know that he was in a coma. They found out through her Facebook lives. So the person who kept bringing this to everyone's attention, that it was only their business alone. I mean, you're gonna push it out there. You're gonna push out there purpose of obtaining viewers and people viewing so you can make money. Then you have to expect that people are gonna watch and people are gonna talk about it. And if you think you're entitled to just make that money and not hear a fucking word about it, well, then maybe you should move someplace that doesn't have free speech. I don't know.
I can't dispute that. Yeah, I can't dispute that. I agree. That's go look at my channel. I didn't see a single video about any of this.
And the grief that Molly put Dre through that entire
Yeah.
8 months. Was,
And I don't even know Dre. I mean, I know of her, but I mean very little.
I mean,
but
she went for that.
Oh, okay.
Very, might stab her kids. I mean,
Well,
What? She
well,
never
yeah, but here's
said
the real
that.
thing. Katie Joy is the one that said that she thought Dre.
Molly never said, I think Dre might stab her kid. She never fucking said that. I want, show me the clip. Show me. No, not buying it. Show me the clip. Because I would find it, first of all, the main reason why I don't believe that is because this is the first I'm hearing about it. And had she actually said that, oh my God, nonsense would have been fucking drooling all over that fucking clip. I mean, like, it would have been like, what the fuck? Oh my God, shut up. Michael, he's doing his, see the time? Oh, I get time. But no, he does that all the time. And he's like the white rabbit from like Alice in Wonderland.
But that's how I get home before 2 and I don't get pulled over. I'm serious.
He was probably texting me and I have it. Yeah, I do have it on mute. Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so yeah, what the fuck? What did Molly do to Dre? Molly talked about this story just like anyone else did. Yeah, she was the one people were tuning into to listen to the most because nobody likes Katie. But like, I mean, still, I gotta say though, nobody has talked about this more than nonsense. Nobody has exploited this situation more than nonsense, if you want to call it exploitation. She didn't have a YouTube channel. Then suddenly she did, and then suddenly she's at over 5K subs, and suddenly she's making all kinds of money off of this story. So I don't know. Maybe you might be onto something there, Lisa. I don't know. Maybe you are.
Dre had murdered Morvan. It was from Katie Joy.
What?
Katie Joy started that.
It still came out of Molly's mouth. All this.
And then,
it.
well, no, Molly didn't. This is something you can go look. Molly had a video where she was talking about this. They spliced it together. They took out a couple words and they went to the Frankenstein cut.
They spliced these audio, or actually they edited a part of the audio out and made it sound like that's what Molly was saying, and that's not what she said. Yeah, and then there's the whole fact that Katie and Nonsense were the first ones to make these suggestions. In fact, and Nonsense they're still up. Oh yeah, that's right. I think she said that she lost the password or something to that account. I guess they're gonna stay up for a while. I don't know. Yeah.
I've heard the original and I've heard the edited version.
Really?
And they're not the same thing. They're not the same.
God.
One time that all it takes when somebody makes a fraudulent video and splices it together to make Molly say something that she didn't say. Now, I'm not saying who it was who did it. I don't know. I have my suspicions. But that's BS. You do that kind of stuff.
What I'm saying is
the original video, she didn't say that
multiple times out of her own mouth that she thinks that.
And she's allowed to think that as long as it's her belief and not fact, right? You can believe whatever you want.
Well,
Nick, what did she say?
She said stuff like, I don't think she cut Marvin down and like. I mean, she said. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's so much stuff.
But yeah, no, Molly's on some shady stuff.
I
don't know her very well.
He didn't answer the question. He said something about cut Marvin down or whatever. But I mean, yeah, I didn't show receipt. But he's just like, oh, what was she said? He's tripping over his words. I love it.
Oh, but I'm not a fan of her. I don't watch her.
And the original one Justice for All, by the way, nonsense said. The original is on. The original one is on Justice.
Yeah, I know the original was on Justice for All. I listened to the original.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget. He's the sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've listened to the original. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the stories. What I know about is only the Interact basically do in my life. That's it. That's honestly what I only care about.
And the patterns that you can see in these and what's going now and what's going on with Jay and what.
Absolutely the same.
Yeah, same exact thing.
And this is why, I mean, I don't know if you know how I reached out like main people. I was like, hey, this person is doing to you exactly what they did to me and other people. That was it.
In a different way.
And it was the only reason I got involved again. I haven't talked about this stuff in years. I work full time. I'm happy in life. I don't even do much on the internet any longer because of the toxicity. I do a show once a week, basically, and maybe some other times, but very, very rarely. I don't get involved in the drama because I don't care. But I was going to be damned if I sat back and saw him lie about something and involve people just to do a LARP again, because this was a LARP.
A LARP.
Absolutely a LARP.
I agree. Oh my God. I mean,
that's why I got involved.
Think of like people dressed up as stuffed animals when I hear that word.
But do you realize how many flying monkeys have come?
Lisa, that's a furry. You're confusing furries with LARPings people. Yeah. Even so, when they reference LARPing here, that's not the kind of LARPing they're referring to. But either way, what you're thinking of are furries.
Come after me. I spoke up.
Really? In this time,
In what
in
week?
the last,
A week?
are you serious?
Oh,
Wow. Did
are
you
you
get
kidding me?
emails too?
No, actually, it's funny as I didn't. I think Heels in the Air did.
Yeah, Rabbit, Queen,
Rabbit,
and
yeah. I didn't get a single one, but I will tell you, those emails sound a lot like the person we should be discussing.
yeah, sounds like that's the person.
But
Yeah.
almost too much so.
Oh, interesting. So it's like somebody fake trying to be that person. So maybe it could be Unifam or Uni. I don't know.
No, it's not.
No.
Uni,
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not Unifam. Yeah, Unifam.
Okay.
I will tell you, Unifam will do dirty stuff. This isn't one of those times. This
Really?
is something.
Okay. That's
This
good
is
to
a
know.
this is a third party that has been around for a very long time during the Toddy Westbrook,
Wait,
before Uni was even kind of a
The
thing.
one that we're not going to speak about, right?
Yeah, but they know whoever
Yeah.
they know some stuff. They know details. And that's
Huh. So look at that here. There's nonsense right there in the live stream chat. Yeah, Steve, the original is on Justice for. I find this funny because, like, wasn't it right after this nonsense said something about how Steve is just obsessed with me? He can't stop talking about me. Like, and she's making it sound like she's just like hiding in a hole, like trying to avoid Steve. But here she is in a live stream chat where Steve's up on panel and she's talking shit to Steve. Interesting.
that's why it's not. It may be ex Unifam. That might be true. I think that it probably was somebody who was kicked from the Discord, or at least left the Discord. That I do believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well,
It's somebody that they don't have.
Oh,
They
look,
come in.
okay, and here Nonsense says in the chat, Lisa, I won't come up because the very man sitting on your panel has lied on me and encouraged one of the very people to threaten my children first. What? Nothing on you, but won't bring that to your panel. What? Why? She would want that on her panel, I think. I mean, anyways, whatever. But here's what I don't get: the encouraged. That man lied about me, and then he encouraged someone to threaten my children. Who the fuck? Nobody threatened your kids. And Steve, really, that's what Steve's doing. He's going around just, dude. He needs to encourage someone to do something. I mean, this is so stupid. You're so stupid. I fucking can't.
I have receipts. What I'm saying. What is it you want receipts for? Again, I don't have anything to do with the Letitia Bass stuff. It's not my thing. Go talk to Aaron and Veda about that. I have receipts for everything I've said about my case. Anything you want to know about me and Uni, I have receipts for everything. Like 100% down the line. I got court records.
Back around,
You know, I mean, I don't know what else people want. I have it in her own words where she lied to the court. I have it in my own words where Kai lied to the court. I have Unirock saying that Kai wasn't served properly and that I shot at his house and that I killed my producer.
What?
These are from Uni and his family. These are not just from random people. This was storylines that were said about me, and I have receipts for all of that stuff. So yeah, I definitely have receipts. But I don't know about the Letitia stuff, so I can't help you there.
I think
Nonsense.
You made statements of, like Tim said, of the fact that what Molly said, but then you say you don't know about her. So that's kind of
What do you mean? I don't know about her. I've only heard Molly go lightly about
Like periphery from this whole story. I don't even know it so well.
I've been in her live chat
before.
once, maybe twice. I mean, all I know about her is that she was on Wipe Swap and she went over to somebody's lawn and started yelling at them.
I don't know
remember you were on
Molly and the
Vedas one
Dre
time,
story.
and you
That's
were
the
kinda-
confusing one. I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you were on Vedas one time, and I was in the chat, and you were saying that you don't know really much about this, and and then you literally said 5 minutes later, I speak to Veda all the time about this, so I know. And you contradicted yourself. I was in the chat.
Well, no, I don't know the hardcore details of the Molly Golightly situation, how she got involved in all this stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I know what Veda does. I talk to Veda. I watch her Veda stuff. But I mean, this goes back ages with Molly Golightly. People hated her. People had a lot of visceral for her.
We know.
Yeah. I'm saying I didn't get involved in any of that stuff. That had nothing to do with.
Of course, yeah.
That's what I'm
Why
talking
would you?
about.
Why
Yeah.
would you? Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
We're different circles. So when I'm saying that I don't know about the history, I'm talking about that kind of stuff. I stay in my lane.
Yeah, but the behavior. You saw the same
It's on
behavior
pattern,
here.
right.
Yeah. That's the thing. He lies and he lies.
So Steve, if you're still in chat, Jen was been listening to this. I like him. Oh, I haven't even looked at chat. Damn, I keep forgetting to look at chat. Oh, she was talking about Penelope Lane. That's who she's saying threatened her. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, Nonsense goes on panel toward that. I'm not gonna have time to do that. Shoot. I can do that maybe later or tomorrow or something. But or I gotta work tomorrow during the day, so it'll be tomorrow night. But I'll try and wrap up the Steve part of this one though for now. Or Steven Boston part.
Or over exaggerates things, whatever he does to get people to
Play
look
his
at
hand.
him. Yeah.
just like Cease
not
and
much.
Desist. Did you notice the specificities that he had was to get people to go watch a 6-hour-long narrative that he never shows any receipts or does anything to show any evidence. He'll just say, I have it all on banger video. We're gonna show all the evidence, and he was supposed to do all these.
That sounds like a porn banger video. Like the guy who thinks that he saw in Steve's glasses. Steve was watching porn on one of my live streams with me. he's talking about doing banger videos. I don't know. I think maybe it's like he's projecting. So just saying.
Big production stuff, exposures for things that never happened. And then with the cease and desist, he said, one, it wasn't a cease and desist. He did lie about that. He said it was handwritten. He did lie about that. He said it was sent to his mom. His mom started loading up,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't want to
pew.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was very threatening.
It was very threatening. Yeah. So this is all stuff that he would do in order to, again, bring traffic to him, where you can sit there and talk for 6 hours and absolutely nothing about any of it.
Yeah.
And then he'll like, oh, and then he'll say like, oh, we've already talked about that. We're going to move on to something else. And people will go, no, we didn't. You know, everybody who's ever watched Uni Rock knows he never gets to the point.
Chronicles of the Shady wants to know, did you help Veda with the list? Oh, I did a video about
the list.
What's this? And by the way,
I'm going to jump in on that here. The list is, after Molly lost her channel, largely due to a bunch of people just going on a mission and kind of, I don't know, riling the armies on other platforms to mass report her channel. You pointed out that was happening, and there was a list made of the content creators who were behind that by and large. I don't agree with all the names on the list because there's one name in particular I don't agree with, but I will. Anyway, but by and large, I agree with the people who were listed on this list as being those behind mass reporting for the most part. And listen, I don't get what the big deal is. If you participate in mass reporting, you participate in mass reporting. I don't see why that's such an issue. Like, it seems like people were thrilled and happy that her channel got taken down. I think that you might want to, I don't know, take some credit for. I don't know. If you're happy about it, why not take credit for it? Since you did, I think, have a hand in it. That's the list that they're talking about. That's it. This wasn't a hit list or any shit like that. This was a list of hitters, I would say. Well, maybe that's stretching things a little bit. Yeah.
Thing to do with her readers. She comes to me and asks questions, but what's the list?
Look, man, not all my ideas can be winners. All right. Yeah. Probably.
You don't remember the list she put out?
How many people were on the list?
He probably wasn't around during that.
13 and a
In my
half.
mind, it's kind of reminiscent of
13 and a half.
Lettergate.
Who's the half?
How many people were on it?
Is it like a bunch of names?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Creators.
creators. I don't remember what it's for though. It's refresh my memory.
Just like a hit list.
Listen, you were on
That's a little.
No, not like a hit, not on a hit list. Like, these guys are on my list,
when you were on Vedas.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think we were talking about that.
Remember, you were talking about the cancellation of
Yes, I remember. Okay, yeah, okay. But no, I didn't ever create that. No, not at all. No, I did not. Again, it's so funny because people don't realize that everybody's like their independent person. Veda does all her own stuff. Literally, I already talked to her maybe once, maybe a week or two now. I mean, not even that much, but she does all her own research. She asked me questions originally. She's like, "Hey, Steve, could you tell me this, and this?" I'm like, "Sure." But she's her own content creator. We don't associate her with
It's
that.
people they've been accusing of mass reporting.
Yeah.
Research, because her research is horrible.
Yeah, and here's the thing with mass reporting. I don't think it has a major effect on YouTube, but it used to. I know they've tried to change that, but I'm not.
Don't tell her that.
Yeah, no. There's a lot. There's some things I don't agree with Veda. I mean, that's a straight up. I mean, she's always been cool to me.
Yeah, like pooping on graves. I get it. Yeah.
Oh my God, she did that.
That's Veda.
Yeah, I'll to top Tammy. I love that, by the way. All I care about when it came to me, and I'm sorry this sounds like I'm rude, but all I care about was her research that she did when it came to Katie Joy, that it was accurate. That's all personally I care about. And I told her that. Everything she's ever done about everything else, it's her own business. Go to her, and if she's got stuff wrong, go with God. And this is how we all operate. I mean, this is how I am, and this is how Aaron is. We've all got our little niche that we care about. If Aaron thinks it's messed up,
this is about ripping up anyways. Yeah, literally, I was right.
But we never tell each other what we talk about or anything like that. It's just we're all independent, but
okay, so
put us together because we have some.
Yeah, that only takes a second though. Yeah, no, it only takes a second. Okay, so I am gonna wrap this up here. Let me X this out. And Steve's right though. We are all independent people on our own channels, respect, and we all do our own thing. We're not all a part of a group. We're not. It's an odd concept, But I want to address too, like. I must have missed the part of the stream, or it's about to come up, one or the other, where Boston kind of makes reference that Molly needs to show receipts for the money she made or whatever. No, she doesn't, because the money she made was in AdSense, super chats, and super stickers. That's money people gave her for her time, her effort, her energy for creating a space for people to come to and discuss these matters or whatever. Okay. And you gotta know that someone like Molly gets a lot of fucking hate. So I mean, yeah, I think that's money earned or whatever. As far as like people donating money to Letitia through Molly, these people made that abundantly clear when they sent the super chat in, and the super chat said, "Hey Molly, please pass this on to Letitia." To which, in every single stream and every single incident where that happened, Molly grabbed her phone and showed everyone in the live chat or the watching the stream right then and there as she sent the money to Letitia. And there's two things I want to point out here. One, that super chat money, she wouldn't even see for probably about a month after that popped up on the screen. And also, YouTube takes 30% of whatever it is money that was super chatted. But Molly, I haven't seen every single instance, but from what I remember, Molly sent the full amount. So every time someone sent in a super chat and said, "Hey Molly, can you pass this on to Letitia?" Okay, YouTube took 30%. Molly then replaced that 30%, sent it to Letitia. So no, I get what you're saying. If you're thinking, well, gee, I'd love to see receipts for that. So would everyone else. But apparently you can't pull up receipts for shit like that after the channel's been taken down. So yeah. That's all I want to say on that, really. I don't know. I'm gonna look at chat here real quick, but then I'm gonna sign off because he did remind me I have to bring the computer and get back inside. That takes a minute. Yeah, and that's another thing. Green Worm brings up a good point. Molly didn't make much on AdSense. Her videos were very rarely monetized. It's true. Yep. It was, yeah, so it was usually the supers or the Patreon or whatever, but I mean, that's completely separate. And if you take issue with that, then you should take issue with every single fucking true crime channel on YouTube. You know, but you shouldn't. It's if you can make money talking about this shit, do it. Who are you? Who are any of us to judge that? Fucking do it. Okay, I'm not seeing my name tagged all in chat, so I'm guessing no one wants this up. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So thanks for being here. I don't know what time I'm working until tonight, so I don't want to. If I were to stream, it'd be late. So it's most likely going to be tomorrow evening or night. So I don't know, but maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, bye guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you later as soon as I find my exit door. Okay. Bye.